Good afternoon, respected sir and madam. My name is Akila Bhavanla. My student ID is 1940978. My project name is Leon Restaurant Issues. So right now I want to discuss about the issues in Leon Restaurant. Before that, I want to explain you what exactly the Leon Restaurant is and what exactly is famous for. The Leon restaurant and the tagline is naturally fast food, founded in 2004 by Ben and Co Management Consultancy, and it is founded by Henry Dibley and John Vincent, has become the one of the fast growing restaurant, and it has international branches in UK and taking advantages of vegan and healthy eating in Geist is a German word which means the spirit of age. Leon is mainly focusing on vegans. Vegans are veganisms. It is practice of abstaining from the use of animal products, particularly in diet, and associated philosophy that rejects the commodity states of animals. A follower of the diet and the philosophy is known as vegan. Dietary vegans are also known as strictly vegetarians, refrain from consuming meal eggs, dairy products, any other animally derived substances, and aesthetic vegan, also known as a more vegetarian with plants. So Leon restaurant not only focusing on vegans but also focusing on allergies like lactose from milk, which is intolerant for some people, and gluten from wheat, which is indigestible for some people. The company recently employed its 1,000 member of staff, opened its 63rd restaurant, and it also new operating in the USA. Its growth has been fueled by funding from Activity Private Equity and Spice Private Equity, with SPE becoming the company's largest shareholders in May 2070 following £25 million deal. Regarding its current financial performance, Leon currently operates revenue of £58.4 million 2017, and it is set for huge growth in 2019. Leon restaurant journey begins with Henry and John were traveling up and down motorways for meeting across the UK. Their aim is to be able to support local communities. We wanted to able to support everyone eating well, living well in the right way, and doing the right thing. With an even growing network of restaurants appearing in the UK and across the world, Leon has reported exponential growth over the last few years. Shirin comments, the financial growth of the country has been incredible in 2019, like for like sales were up to 50% for the year before. They have gone into 2019 with a trouble digit like for like growth again. Their success has come from wanting to do the right thing. They do not just make something that will make you lots of money. They like to take something that vegans will absolutely love, and not just vegans. They wanted to make everyone happy by leaving lots of plant based foods and show based that you have more options out there. The rise of vegetarian has been an important part of the business strong growth, with the company reporting a 20% increase in vegan sales between January 2017 to January 2018. It is not capturing the vegan geist that has demonstrated Leon commitment to innovation and understanding the mood of the consumer. Shirin explains, truly believes that we are at the forefront of innovation. They do set the trends, they do not just identify them. They are working towards helping people understanding the importance of plants tasting amazing. They really want to revolutionize fast food, but they also wanted to show that there's a better way. They can do business, they can be successful, and they can be still to kind to themselves. They can be kind to each other, they can be tied to the planet, and they can prove this the model works. With the casual dining sector undergoing a metamorphosis, it is interesting to learn Leon view the future. Shirin comments, there has been a shift in business that has come along with an increasing in knowledge about sustainability and the planet. So I think people understand the big business have a responsibility. Isn't just about making lots of money. It's about a responsibility to do it in the right way that has become for prolific no they can many years and it going they shape the future. Shirin Richard, Operation Director for Leon Restaurants, explained John and Henry had become completely disillusioned with life as consultants, traveling up and down the country, stopping at service stations and eating bad fast food. They ended us going to sleep because it made them tired and they would make us feeling fat. They were not getting the opportunity in their fast paced lives to be able to live well and eat well. There was, however, they would offer them something and that was convenient, tasty, healthy, and that was good fuel to put in these bodies. So they decided to start Leon. The company opened the first restaurant in Carnaby Street, London in 2004, within a second restaurant opening a year later in Lodgegate. Fast forward to 2014 and the chain now had 20 restaurants and impressive menu featuring an extensive array of locality sourced vegan and vegetarian food. The company also had a range of vegan cookbooks inspired by their founders. Once it was established a name in the London and UK food scene, the company started to look internationally. Shirin comments, a big milestone for us was in the summer of 2016 when we went to Schiphol in Amsterdam and opened on very first international restaurant. We now have nine in international restaurants, five in the Netherlands, two in Norway, and one in Gran Canaria, and one in the USA. And we also got one in Dublin, which is going to open in the spring 2019. Arguably the most important new market in the USA, where it is traditionally quite difficult to like restaurants to succeed. The company will be opening the second restaurant in the country later this year, joining the first in Washington, D.C. However, international expenses has it been without its challenge, sharing countries. It can be really hard when you are going into new territory. For Leon, it is not easy because we wanted to sort everything locally. We are not going to suddenly just start shipping everything. So this means that the supply chain must be done pretty much research it make really challenging. In the latest accounts for the healthy fast food chain, Vincent warned that the government killing the high street at the same time has commissioned reviews on its future. Many businesses are falling as this will be to impact being less revenue for the government and not more. The first significant assessment of British food system is in 75 years. The Leon restaurant has advised diners with severe allergies to think carefully before choosing to eat the food. The fast food chain co founder said it was impossible to guarantee that the dishes will be completely free from allergens. A menu item listed on www.leonrestaurant.co.uk seen on the 10th March 2016 and it is stated original superfood salad. The complaint challenge claim original superfood salad which was subject to regulation EC NO 1924/2006 nutrition and health claims more on foods the regulation as affected in the cap code. Leon restaurant warned customers with the severe allergies not to eat there it as cannot guarantee its food is completely free from allergens. Co-founder and CEO John Vincent wrote on the company's website that through that restaurants labels free from food. The fact they handle allergens means it could not completely rule out a similar incident to the death of a teenage girl F. Pritt, a manager. Natasha Eden Labhouse, 15, suffered a fatal allergic reaction to sesame seeds back in the Pritt bread a Heathrow in the airport in 2017. And on December 30, 2010, nut allergy Megan Lee died after eating food from the Royal Spicy, one of their restaurant takeaway in Oswald, Bristol, Lancashire, on December 30, 2016. Following an inquest into Natasha's death, the Environment Secretary Michael Gove promised to clamp down on food labeling, but the parents of Natasha fear such blanket warning by food chains is confusing. Leon moved to warn of allergy sufferers has caused outrage among diners who claim that the chain should be doing more to ensure the safety of its patrons. An account called Allergy that wrote they may answer say they cannot guarantee no food poisoning will ever happen, so therefore all customers should consider carefully eating. Fast food chain Leon has warned customers with severe allergies not to eat there as it cannot guarantee its food is completely free from allergens. Co-founder and CEO John Vincent wrote on the company's website that although the restaurant's labels free from food, the fact they handle allergens means it could not. Natasha Eden Lapperhouse, 15, suffered a fatal allergic reaction to sesame seeds back into Pritt's bread at Heathrow Airport in 2017. Leon has been criticized for its mixed message after labeling food free from but warning it could not guarantee customers' safety. And on December 30, 2016, nut allergies sufferer Megan Lee died after eating food from the Royal Spicy. It is one of the top restaurant takeaway in Oswald, Western Lancashire on December 30, 2016. Following an inquest into Natasha's death, the Environment Secretary Michael Gove promised to clamp down on food labeling, but the parents of Natasha fear such blanket Leon's more to warn of allergy suffers. He caused outrage among diners who claim that the chain should be doing more to ensure the safety of its patrons. An account called Allergy that wrote they may as well they cannot guarantee on food poisoning will ever happen, so therefore all customers should consider carefully eating at the establishment epic fail Natasha's law. June Wakefield wrote, it is just so lazy to respond in the manner that they didn't. It is as simple as food hygienic, and frankly, if they cannot deal with allergies that they can to me or admitting the kitchen it is not hygienic. Another person wrote, I personally have various life threatening food allergies. I think it is a huge liability for restaurant to serve those with life threatening food allergies. Natasha Lapperhouse, 15, who died in July 2016 after she ate a Pret a manager sandwich laced with sesame seeds not listed on the label. Nadim and Tanya Eden Lapperhouse. A proposed law that will be force food chains to carry proper allergen warnings could be introduced in the coming weeks. It has been dubbed Natasha's Law in memory of Natasha Eden Lapperhouse, left who died in July 2016 after she ate a Pret a manager sandwich laced with sesame seeds. Right, Natasha parents Nadim and Tanya Eden Lapperhouse. Environment Secretary Michael Gove Pichot promised to clamp down on food labeling, but the parents of Natasha fear such blanket warnings by food chain is confusing. I understood where they are coming from. It hurt, but it is the reality. In a blog post on Lyon, Mr. Vincent insisted that people would not turn away from the restaurant if they suffer from allergies but want to make people aware of the risks. He claimed restaurant handled all allergens but precautions were taken against cross contamination. Such a strong porridge made from dairy and cashew milk on different shelves and serving with a different colored ladles. Mr. Vincent wrote, despite the huge focus we put on process and training and checks, therefore, there is no guarantee that dishes are free from allergens. It is not because we take a lax approach to allergens. It is because we cannot guarantee 100% that the mistakes will not be made. That the idea that Leon could cause harm the one of our guest is horrifying, and we could therefore ask those you with serious allergies to consider carefully whether you choose to dine with us. Leon appreciate how frustrating this must be for you, but nothing it is more important than your safety. Which is why we will unshamedly continue to tell as many people about this in many ways as we can. Alexa Brackeria, who 8-year-old on Sydney, is allergic to egg, peanuts, nuts, sesame, and lentils. Said chains were running scared after she was turned away from a Strand branch. She wrote on Twitter, just been told by Lenora's Leon restaurants on the stand not to eat there. It our son's allergies are life treating. He says it is a new policy. What do you want to say about the John Leon, Henry Dibley? We are previously had great service. Now you are decided you can't cater allergy. She told the Times no allergy suffer except to be catered for by every provider. No, we ask for 100% guarantee. If it one hand they say we can do this, but one another we can't guarantee. This is the neglects all good things they do. Leon said it was not their policy to turn away allergy sufferers in a reply to be bad career. I done research and I collected some scenarios. I divided into two types. First, I am discuss about the scenario one. Right now, there are many scenarios in which the Leon restaurant has been failed. The first main important it is the health factor, as Leon restaurant growing the healthy and safety of food is been concerned to the people and the government in many ways. The first thing is that the health safety, many people can digest the lactose or gluten or any form. Each body is different from another and each one responds differently. So the Leon restaurant has failed to particularly making the products 100% free from gluten and lactose. In the Leon restaurant, the in scenario, the Leon restaurant has failed and it has affected the people by the reactions like skin, allergies, itchings, and many more ways. So the Leon restaurant literally failed, and recently it is affected the people. And recently, John Vincent said in the statement of the newspaper article that he cannot be 100% guaranteed about the food. It seems the product from Leon restaurant will affect the people by the reactions like skin allergies. In this scenario, the Leon restaurant product it is not keeping up to date information on allergens and they are not completely environmental friendly. Minor issues has been many complaints. The major of issue of Leon restaurant is nut issue. The various nuts which they had been mixing and combining it is not proper factor. That is why they getting allergy allergic reaction. In the most cases, they are not consulting the customers before making any dishes or earlierly prepared. They need to ask the diners if they have any severe allergies or specific allergies reactions on same nuts or foods. They are not ensuring correct standard of food preparation. This kind of practice make menu problems. Thus, the other problem is the cross contamination, which affects the Leon restaurant menu. The mixing of various ingredients and not in proper. Sometimes mixing food with nuts, seeds, and rice in the proper formation, which affects and may change the environmental content. The food chemicals are different and they made vary, so the Leon restaurant should be very careful about this the food practice. So now I will explain about the scenario 2. In scenario 2, the December 30, 2010, Megan Lee died after eating food, one of the top restaurant, and the main incident food is nut allergy. When the doctors researched that the allergy which has been affected, the Megan is severe and the contains allergic reaction. Leon tells diners with allergies not to eat their restaurants because they cannot guarantee dishes are allergen free. So Leon restaurant cannot guarantee the restaurant allergic free dishes, so they fail in the nutrition and allergy system. In another scenario include hygienic safety in the kitchen. The handling of cold and hot food is different. The processing of food is need to be very careful. Lack of healthy fast food and the unhygienic conditions will not only affect the food but also the customers or the diners. They ended up going to sleep because it made them tired and they would wake up feeling fat. They were not getting the opportunity in the fast paced life to be able to live well and eat well. They are, however, they would offer the something that was convenient, tasty, healthy, and that the was good fuel to put their bodies, so they decided to start the Leon restaurant. Staying safety. According to the Food Standards Agency, it is responsibility of a food business to know which allergens are present in the foods. They provide consumers should check the menu online and call ahead to talk about many allergens. Be very clear and give example of the foods that make you ill. If you do not feel the person you are speaking to understand your needs, ask the manager and ask how the food is handled and cooked and whether there is a chance of cross contamination from cooking equipment. On arrival, speak to your server or the manager. Confirm your previous conversation with the staff. If you have any doubts, so not to eat there. Blanket warnings. Its shoe is among several chains under the fire from issue blankets warnings. The food contain allergens directly customers to consult an in-store allergen guide or ask. I find these signs both unhelpful and unwelcoming. There are fast food places with large screens at lunchtime, so not very practical for a customer with an allergen. Say I am allergic to almonds and hazelnuts, but if outlet does not sell dishes which contain those nuts, is there a truck's risk to me? This type of blanket allergen labeling strikes and me as an attempt for the outlet to cover themselves in the event of a subsequent allergic reaction by a customer. And Jimena Ferguson, Group Marketing Director for Itsu, saying the company aims for the highest level of transparency on allergens. We detail the 14 allergen warnings in 7 different places across our restaurants. Staff can print out allergens for any receipt at the till point. For customers looking for quick answers, our allergen matrix is present by every fridge and details the 14 common allergens. This information can also be found. Most busy launch chains take cross contamination measures but warn they are risks. The Free from Fad, Curly Talbot, a Keolic says she believes it is a symptom of business capitalizing and the side of free from while excluding those with the serious health concerns rather than adding specific labels that help me to make an informed choice that may contain statements and directions to ask a member of staff on consent online list. I think they misunderstand the most with us. Allergens make decisions. I understand about the potential problems with shared kitchens, but I need clear and specific. A spokesperson for Leon told all our team receive extensive training on how to manage allergen separation and everyone understand the severity of the smallest Leon restaurant. We have always taken the safety of our guests incredible seriously and recent full events have rightly refocused the industry of critical importance. How the we don't have any strict and extensive processes, procedure and audits in place to prevent cross contamination both with suppliers and in our own kitchens. When fresh ingredients are in the same kitchen, there is the smallest chance that an allergen in the building could end up in the dish. It wasn't all our teams received extensive training on how to manage allergen separation. Everyone understands the severity of the smallest mix up. It is very rare, but it is while we are working incredible hard to prevent any mistake. We care too much about the safety of our guests not to make them aware of the risk. However small those of the all urgents they are present in our kitchen. That is why we are providing customers with such information and we will continue to do so. Many people in the allergic community say there are several chains getting its rights and the prices of the pizzas express and nando's in particular. When I visit in Leon branch this week, a large allergen warning sign sat on the counter and staff were wearing badges. They invite customers to ask about the allergies. Choosing to stay home, a survey conducted by the Food Stands Agency last September found that more of our young people with the food allergy avoided eating out as a result of the all food business have a legal obligation to provide safe food, say Paul Tossell, head of allergy and intolerance scheme at the FSA. They must know what is their food and manage cross contamination approximately. They should also let customers know when the risk of cross contamination is unavoidable. Opportunity for the food chains. Michael Walker, head of the Office of the Government Chemist, said food outlets should be view customers with food allergens an opportunity to help people as well as in many ways. But now, slowly, the Leon restaurant has been closing down or getting affected by the allergenous free food, even though there are thousand restaurants in Europe and America. They cannot focus on the customers in the better way. They need to check the information about the food products combining and the various nuts processing should check carefully in this scenario of hygienic condition they have failed as well. Many businesses are falling and this will to be impact begin less revenue for the government and not more. At last I conclude that there are lot of issues going on Leon restaurant. It may be due to allergens or food reaction or poor handling techniques or food processing or by other major factors by packaging with a plastic. This is all the factors which affects Leon restaurant in many ways. So at last I confirmed that this is a poor handling technique should be managed, and the main thing they need to look for food allergens with customers. At last I finished this project as issue in Leon restaurant, explained in briefly. Thank you for providing an opportunity to explain briefly about issues in Leon restaurant. Thanking you, sir. Have a great day. Bye. Bye.